first week in May, and just watered the flowers, and they're looking really quite good. The spring flowers are all out, and a lot of the others are just budding. So I'll just switch the camera around and take a wee stroll and see what we can see. Here we are. It's the view from sitting in the patio. The shutters are up, screens are up from the winter, so they're rolled up into the top. The only one that's still in place is this one across here, because that's a prevailing wind, and it does get a bit windy some nights, so we keep that down for a few weeks yet. But Mara's snoozing because it's hot. Anyway, we'll have a look. These are petunias in this tub here. I seen a guy before, you plant them about 6 to 8 inches down from the top, and they grow up and over the top and really makes a good show. Yucca there, and this is geraniums mixed, double-headed, and this is a white one in the left there that's coming out. Now, I always get this name wrong in that. It's a type of geranium, but it's start with an R, it'll come to me. And this is a cut and a go of a scented geranium, which is a lovely smell, but it's toiling in the heat. But I think it's actually caught looking by the leaves at the top there. Geranium just about to flower. More petunias. My seats. More petunias here. I like the purple ones. This was a jasmine that I had up in this frame here, but for some reason it gets cooked in the afternoon sun. It's shaded at the minute. That little pot in the centre is rock roses, and they're just coming into flower now, so that's usually full of flower. A wee cactus there, but you see the flowers are coming out. They come right round the top of it in a ring. Wee red flowers, they're just coming out now. And Lizzie the lizard. This is the lizard that I carved in some soft rock, what do you call it, pumice. And it's like the lizards that run about the garden. They do come that size, but few and far between. And as we're walking around, we might just see one and let you see what it's supposed to look like, real. That's more of these purple flowers across here, but different shade, red. And this is a bougainvillea and a big geranium in the corner here. Yeah, that jasmine just never comes to anything. More geraniums, and that's a succulent that flowers at this time of the year, and once it's gone, it's gone. It comes, a couple of wee flowers come out in the heat, but the heat kills it. That's a Dracania, type of palm yucca type thing. It's here every year, but I've got to take it in. Doesn't like the cold weather. A couple of these daisies that I don't know the name of. And that flower is a great big thing that comes leaning right over, and it's got wee flowers in the end that look like small bees. Don't know the name of that either. Red geranium. These are just geraniums, ordinary. Don't know what colour till it flowers, can't remember. And that's more of that. Don't know the name. Anyway, that's a cactus that flowers all summer, spring and summer. But the leaves don't come on till, it started flowering, and then the leaves come out. So as you can see, the leaves are just coming out. I don't think it likes a lot of water, so maybe that's why it's slow this year. This is Freddy the Frog, sitting at the pool. Wait to see if we can catch. This is my water feature. Underneath there is a big plastic tank, which was an actual wine cask, and that's what it's shaped like, a barrel on its side with a central heating pump. And you switch the pump on, and as you can see there's a hose there, appears now and again, and it goes right up to the rock, through the back, and then just loops back round onto the tap. And you just switch it on and it pours. I lose about a gallon of water a day with evaporation because it hits the boulders there, and the sun dries it up. It's quite hazy today, so it's not too bad, but it's a nice sound to be sitting having a coffee or reading a book, and you're just getting the sound of the waterfall. There's always something about that, isn't it? Built all this myself over the years that I've been here, and every rock here came in the boot of my cars that I've had, the various cars that are lying at the side of the road everywhere. Big piles of them that a digger has dug out and making a road, and they're all thrown to the side, so I just pick them up, put them in the boot. This is the old mantle of my original fire in the house, which was white marble open fire. It's now a wood stove, and it's a lot better, less mess. This is the same little turret as across here, twins, and that's got the same plants in it with some boozy in there, which is a little succulent. There's little red daisy-like flowers. Another Dracania, Hippocratic Oath, two of them to match, that I just stuck in the wall there, but the weather's taken its toll on it and it's fallen to bits. And this is a climbing geranium, and it has white flowers, and they're there and they turn pink. When they've been out a couple of weeks, they go pink, and then they die off. But they pretty well come all year round. This is this boozy with the little red daisies that look like Livingston daisies, and you can see a small moth or butterfly on the flower there. Actually, this plant up here, I don't know what it's called, but when they come out they look like cotton puffs, like pink and white, and they look like honeysuckle flowers, that type of flower. But the Greeks come and take the small branches when they're growing in spring now, and they come and they take the small soft leaves off the end and they cook them and eat them. Seemingly it's great, and everybody comes here and picks them. Well, they used to. They've shut the field off at the back there because a lot of goats were getting in and disrupting the olive trees. And this is my wee collection of shells here that I found on the road. I've opened up, some of these were closed, and opened them up, see if there's a nice pearl in it. Prehistoric pearl, but no luck so far. But they're all lying in the road everywhere. That's just another bed with the same type of flowers in it. And I'm just watching to see if a lizard appears, so you'll see it's the same as the one in the stone. I built this shed as well myself, and I keep all my tools and everything in it. This bed is very similar to the other one. It's a double bed here, and as you can see there's 4 spotlights, green, and they light this up at night and it looks fantastic. I'll need to put pictures on the end of this to show you when the lights are on. But these are plants that we've bought. That is a laurel tree, or what do you call it, bay leaf. It comes on there, and proper bay leaf, not like the laurel that grows wild here. And a big pot there with some climbing geranium coming out it. That's a bougainvillea as well, and that daisy's been in that pot for maybe 10 years, and it comes out every year and comes out first, gives big bright yellow flowers, and then dies off. You can see some of the things here in the garden where I've got the shells in the rock. That one there as well, embedded in it, prehistoric. This is a I don't know what the stone is, whether it's granite or alabaster or something, but it was just sticking out a bank, and it must have been a beautiful vessel when it was complete. And you can see the decoration that they've put on here. That might have been a number, but I think it's just a decoration. And that's a seriously old pot. Very rustic and crudely made. This is the rest of the plants here in the tree. This is my barbecue area that I usually put polythene across here in the winter, and this is my little workshop. That table gets put away and I bring out another working table which is in the wood store at the back there, and I bring that out in the winter. These are some of the things that I doodle away at. The nameplate for a friend's villa around here. I got these, if you've seen any of the videos before, I got these lying discarded at the skip, the bin. So I picked them up and they were all like this, white, and I've coloured two of them. That one there and that one there. They were just plain white and just something to do in the winter. I painted them. I think they look better like that. Maybe not. And my night light for my beer, Heineken. That was my wood carving attempt on a bit of pine that when I cut it, it had all this already on it and it looked like leaves. So I got a wood burner and made it a wee bit better. Well, maybe not. I thought I did. So this is where the Barbies are when we have them, which we did last week at Easter, the Greek Easter anyway. A nice Barbie. I've power washed all the slabs so everything's reasonably clean. This is the only shutter that's down. The three of them cover this whole thing in, so it's an extra room in the winter, but we leave this, as I said, down for the wind, prevailing wind. Just get in the front, past the front door. I've done this pebble scene as well, which is a rubbing off a 50 drachma piece, the old coinage, and that's my scary head to keep people away from the door, the unwanted people. That's a nice jasmine there, that's right at the door, and it smells fantastic every night. These are posts holding up my canopy, are old roof supports for the old type style Greek houses, where they just laid all these across the roof space and then put in mud and claggy stuff from the riverbed that didn't let the water through. A nice bougainvillea, this one is red, it's coming out quite well. It's usually quite late this for some reason, I don't know why, but not this year. So here we go down to the front garden, out my gate, and this is my lemon tree, which has got lots of lemons coming on it for next year. Hopefully you'll see a good one that gives you an idea what they look like, because they're usually quite big. Ah, there's one there. You see that there? Just a lemon. Once all the flowers come on it and the flowers go off, and then you've got a lemon behind it, and you see the flowers in here are still on it and up there, but you can see that some of them that the flowers have come off and they've got little lemons growing everywhere. This is the view when you come in the gate. Lots of plants here, lots of geraniums, bougainvillea, a big cypress tree, and this is my special bougainvillea. Not like the one across here, this is the one that comes into clumps, and it has big clumps, and I've got it going across the gate. Now normally this burns off in the winter and it's pretty dead by now, but it's stayed quite good because we never had a really seriously cold winter, we had a wet one. So this is the furthest it's ever been. I've got it halfway before, but I think it'll come right over to the other side and it'll look pretty impressive when it's out. Lots of geraniums across here. This is a mandarin tree, which I never got any last year. Well, I got, actually tell a lie, I got 2, but there are going to be hundreds this year, and you can see the little mandarins that are in there. They're everywhere, hundreds of them. This is my orange trees, and these are Merlin oranges, which have no seeds and they're as juicy as any, and they're huge. And if you've seen any of my videos previously, you'll have seen me collecting them. And I'm just going to see if I've got any. Oh yeah, there's one right in front of me there. Orange coming on. These are huge. They call them Merlins here, but if you were in the UK or maybe anywhere else, they're called navel oranges because they look like they have a belly button underneath. There's another one in there. Another one in there. So there's going to be plenty of oranges as well. And then another one there. Another one there. I'm pointing my finger, but I don't know if you can see this. This is another Merlin tree, but it doesn't give me a lot of oranges. I think I've had 4 off it maximum before. I have seen a few in it, but I can't see where they are now. This is the geraniums, selenium of the potato family. They look like the flowers of a potato tree. Really nice, pretty flowers. Bougainvillea through the hedge, and lantana, and a big yucca, and various other flowers here, and an old broken pot, flowers growing out it. Smokey's lying across here, I don't want to frighten her. One of my cats that chases there she's there. She's a wee bit timid to approach her. Nice cat, friendly cat, but scaredy cat. You can scare her quite easily sneaking up behind her. She just seems to take a jump. Mara, panting in the heat. It's 10:30 and it's 38 degrees in the sun and 28 degrees out the sun, so it's going to be a hot day because it says any cloud cover, which is minimal, will be gone completely by 11 o'clock, and then it'll be scorcho, and for the next week it's the same, so we're going to be pretty frazzled. This is my little front patio area. You can sit and have a cuppa because this is shaded quite a lot of the day. Once the sun's over the top of the house, then it's shaded. This is one of my 2 olive trees, one there, one there. Got lots of olives off them. Apart from last year, never got any. And I'm looking at this year, and this should be covered because never got much last year, but got nothing again. But it works like that, and I don't know the reason for it. Why they don't give olives every year. This one's gave me stacks of olives, and it never gave me much last year. It did the year before, and I thought, we not given any last year, it would be stacked this year like all the trees up in the olive groves, but it's not got anything on it. You would see all the little flourish and you'd see all the olives coming on it, and I don't see very much on this at all. Anyway, my lizard's on the wall, so that's basically it. This is lantana. Montana, this tree here. It is covered in orange and yellow flowers. And the one next to it, don't know the name of it, but it's got orange trumpet flowers on it as well, small ones, but they don't come till late summer. But this flowers all year, every year. Butterflies are on it and the bees are on it. Mara's licking my leg. The butterfly's still there. The cereal on the car, got a big dragonfly on it every day. For some reason I like to land on these points. Anything that sticks up. If you sat there for a long time with your finger in there, it would land on your finger. But it's nice and peaceful round the back here and normally silent. But the guy who has a villa up the back there, you can see if I hold it up, he's landscaping the front of it. So he's got a digger up there and it's been rumbling and banging all day for the last week. So never seen any of the lizards. I'll just wait a couple of minutes though, because they're running up and down here, and if I catch sight of one, they're very hard to see and well disguised, but if they move I'll see it. Mara watches them all day, knocks over pots diving at them. She never gets them, they're too quick, but keeps her happy. Don't see any. It's always the case, isn't it? Before I put the camera on, I seen about 3 running up the rocks at the back there, but they've all gone. The branches or boles of these trees over there, the trunks, they run up and down them like a motorway. I'll let you see the temperature. This is the one in the sun, and you can see that it's not really in the sun, but the sun's been shining on it. Well, there you are, it's back down to 30 degrees. Hope you can see that if it's angled right. There it is here. But no lizards. And the one in the shade, I'll let you see that. Mara's in the shade. Smokey's at the door. Meow, she's walking in. Are you walking in, Smokey? Yes, okay. There you go. This is the one across here. You went in too, Mara? This one reading 27, 28, which is 80. So I think it'll go to 100 today. Anyway, that's the tour of my garden. Catch you later.